People in tongues stood before the throne and before the Lamb clothed.
I let them talk. And if when I pick my passengers up, I let them talk. And if it involves me, I'ma jump in it. This one didn't involve me. This is that one time I'll jump right in on the conversation. And I think y'all might want to stick around and hear this motherfucker through. I picked up an elderly white couple in their mid to late 70s. Well, the fuck to do. When I say well to do, we ain't talking hundreds of thousands. I'm pretty sure in the upper millions. Trust me on this shit here. They were here in New Orleans, conducting business. In other words, getting rid of businesses that they own. Finalizing that shit. On their way to California, I just dropped them off the airport to finalize the last properties they own in this country. How do I know? They on there talking to their daughter. She's in London on her way to Canada to dispose of whatever business they got going on out there. So now Unc is a little curious. I'm curious as a motherfucker. So I just asked and listen, I don't want to get in y'all business, but there's something going on. I said, I know we talking about the war and all of this, and I hear y'all flying around getting rid of stuff. The wife didn't say nothing, but she looked at her husband, he looked at her. The man told me, he said, listen, all I can tell you is this here. Just get you and your family together. I said, sir, listen, I hear this on TikTok. I hear it all the time. I said, I know prices are going high. That man said, this ain't got nothing to do with prices. Just get your families in line. If you can, try to put things together to manage at least a minimum of 6 months to take care of you and your family. So I said, is it going to be that serious? That man told me, what's your worst nightmare? What's the worst thing you ever thought could happen to you? That's why I can't think offhand. He said, anything that you ever thought was the worst that happened to you? He said, listen, I don't tell you these things to scare you. And I don't want you to be afraid because there's no reason to be afraid. What's going to happen is going to happen. Now, I'm listening to this man telling me this shit. And he said, but since you asked, just get you and your family in line. So, I'm telling everybody out here, some shit is going on. Because these people here trust and believe me. If y'all would have saw me, you know I'm not bullshit about these. These motherfuckers is up there some fucking way. I don't know what the fuck they do. But I do know they get rich shit for a reason.
I have more than 50 videos on the internet where I'm telling people if you can afford it, pack the fuck up and leave this country. And of those videos, at least 5 of them have hit 1 million views. And it made me realize one thing. In the last couple of months, we've been so caught up with everything else, from Iran to Epstein to everything else, that we've completely forgotten that they're building a fascist dystopia here. Look at North Korea. Look at Eritrea. Look at Turkmenistan. Those countries, the citizens cannot leave. They cannot get up and leave. They cannot just buy a plane ticket and go on vacation to another country and come back. They cannot. America is doing the same thing. It's planning everything. It's setting everything into place to create that world. And the people who realize this, the people who have access, are leaving. And if you're going to ask me, oh, why haven't you left? Because I can't afford to pack up and leave. I cannot. Those who can, you need to pack your shit and get the fuck out.
I want to give all the praises and the honor to Yahawah, Bahashim.
Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, SHAMAIWAN, Bahashem, Rakwakwidash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone. Shalom to mighty Akim, Wakawatim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity, as well as a speckled bird that may look like the other nations, but are actually Yasharallah. This is Brother Kawa Cup coming at you with another lesson. Today's lesson, there was this video. I had heard about this, but I didn't see it until now. This is my first time, second time, because I had to watch it the first time in order to establish I'm going to do this video. But first time watching it. So the thing here is that these elderly Edomite couple are saying that, oh, we're selling all of our businesses, we're not staying here, we're just gonna go up and leave or whatever the freaking stuff like that. And the funny thing about this is that, yeah, it seems incredibly unusual, I guess, if you want to use that term, but ultimately this is still something that just kind of outside of the fact that we can't necessarily dictate or prevent anything. We don't, but that's the thing. We don't even need to prevent anything, because this is all biblical prophecy. In whatever that is going to happen, we know that it's going to be something that is. I'm the term escapes me, but something that is beneficial in terms of the prophecies being fulfilled. So as a result of that, let's continue on. Jeremiah chapter. No, let's go to Jeremiah chapter 10 instead. Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. And this is the thing that's going on. When people hear that, oh my God, what's going on? What's all the terribleness that's going to happen in X, Y, and Z and stuff like that? When they hear stuff like this, then they're going to get scared, because, the dude was already saying that, I don't know, I heard about the war. I've been watching TikToks and all this stuff. I've been hearing all different types of stuff. And, do I have to be scared and whatnot? And he's over here, he is scared, because he's in the world. So of course he's going to be scared. Of course he's going to think that, all the protection from Esau is going to expire. Okay. So Isaiah 30 verse 1, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel but not of me, and that cover with the covering but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and I will not ask at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. All the trust that these that these 2/3 have in Esau, it's going to be the thing that confuses them, making them think that, nothing's ever going to happen. Iran can't do anything. It's America. America's the best. All this utter ridiculousness and stuff like that, and their false confidence in Esau, Edom. So as a result of that, because of their trust in Esau, they ultimately will get confused. Not necessarily confused, but they'll just have that false sense of security, which is going to, that's actually perfect for this next precept. Did I just close out the thing that I just opened? 2 Thessalonians, 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 3, and 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 3, for what they shall say, peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So the thing is that they think that, everything's all good, because a lot of people, they're not keeping up to date with all the war. They're not keeping up to date with all this stuff like that. And as a result of that, they think that, everything's fine, or everything's going to be good, or even with the war, America's got it and stuff like that. And then lo and behold, before they even realize it, then there's gonna be war, draft, and whatever else that's gonna happen. That's gonna catch them by surprise, and they're going to faint from either die or faint from the war. All right, faint as in be petrified, not necessarily faint as in genuinely fall and stuff like that. But maybe that is a possibility though. Matthew chapter 24 verse 20, but pray ye that your Matthew 24:20, but pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. And this is the thing, when stuff goes down, then number one, stuff is gonna go down. All right, there is no avoiding it. All right, and as a result of that, number one, we can't avoid it. We cannot avoid any and all of the trouble that's on its way, and all we can do is just hope and pray that YAHAWASHI, when the trouble happens, is just going to take care of everything, make sure that everything is good. As is I forgot his name. It was not is it Elijah? I think it's 2 Kings. Whatever. I think it was Elijah that had been fed by the crows and stuff like that, that where the Lord provided for one of his prophets. So how much more will he provide for his servants today as well? All right. So again, it's so imperative that we take these things seriously, and we actually are trying to follow after what YAHAWASHI established. So if you are following after what YAHAWASHI established and listening to the warnings that the Lord tells us, then of course you're not going to have to worry about any of that stuff, because you're already going to be taken care of. There's not anything to worry about. All right. Revelation chapter, I hope I remember where it is. It's Revelation chapter 18. Is it? Revelation chapter 18 verse 10. Yes, verse 10. Standing afar off from the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come, for the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise any more, the merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones, and all pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet, and all Thyian wood, and all manner of vessels of ivory, and all manner vessels of most precious wood, and of brass, and of iron, and marble. And it keeps on going. But basically the main thing is that all the wealth, all right, that's going to be gone. It's going to be what's it called, the city of Babylon. It's going to be brought to desolation. Let me actually see if that is in this. Yes. Okay, here. Verse 19. And they cast dust. Verse 19. In the same chapter. And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, Alas, alas, that great city wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness, for in 1 hour is she made desolate. Okay, so yeah, desolate. I hope you know what desolate means, because I do not feel like Googling it. All right, but basically you can understand, or you can just Google the definition of it, where it's going to be destroyed. All right, and as a result of that, this is what we have to look forward to. But again, as I mentioned before, the 2/3 as well as the heathens, they're not actually actively thinking about that. Maybe some of them, as per that old married couple that you just heard in the video, they were saying that, oh yeah, we're worried about this, we know that this is about to happen, so we need to be prepared, we're just leaving and stuff like that. But all these other people, they have faith in, not in the Lord, but they have faith in Esau and Esau's kingdom, in Esau's system, where that faith is misplaced, and it will confound them. All right. Verse. Okay, here. Ezekiel chapter 12, verse 28, 27. Slog it. Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesieth of the times that are afar off. Basically, the prophecy that they're talking about, that these prophets of YAHAWASHI are talking about, it's not for another 100 years and stuff like that. So we don't need to worry about that. And then verse 28, therefore say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, there shall none of my words be prolonged any more, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord Yahweh. Basically, all that, that the prophecy is not going to be coming for another 1,000 years and stuff like that. We don't need to worry about that and stuff like that. All that talk like that, that's going to confound them. That's going to make them regret saying that, regret thinking that. All right, because as a matter of fact, let's get that in. Is it Matthew 12. No, Matthew 24. Matthew 24, yes. Matthew 24, verse 48. But and if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with the drunken, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of, it shall come asunder and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Basically the thing here is how there's going to be those slackers that say, oh, we don't need to worry about that. It's not going to be not going to be coming for another 1,000 years and stuff like that, despite all the prophecies that we see active today. And even then, it is an excuse to say, well, the Lord's not going to come in my lifetime, so I don't even need to worry about that stuff, because I'm going to die before YAHAWASHI returns. So I'm just going to live my life in whatever wicked ass way I want to, and worry about that later or another time, which basically translates to, I don't want to follow after the teachings of YAHAWASHI. I would rather just be a demon. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Shema, Shai, Bashem, double honor to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, abad, and shalom.